Well, if the General Motors workers approve their new 4-year contract, the United Autoworkers Union will then shift contract talks to Ford or Fiat Chrysler.
Who's likely to go next and why? 7 Action News reporter Jim Kurtzner live tonight in Warren, where GM workers there have already voted yes to their deal. Jim.
Yeah, it was ratified here 4-1 here in Warren by tech center workers, but this is far from over within General Motors. Big Flint truck assembly plant goes through this tomorrow and Wednesday. Detroit Hamtramck on Thursday. Orion Assembly on Friday. If this deal is ratified, then it'll be Ford or Fiat Chrysler, and that'll be up to the UAW.
It would make sense, if you had the Goldilocks theory that they would go to Ford next. But I'm not really sure which one they will do next.
The contract talks continued at Ford and Fiat Chrysler while the GM strike was underway. Both have tentative agreements except for the pattern, the economic issues, wages, health care, profit sharing, ratification bonus. The union will look to duplicate what they got at GM.
This deal is pretty costly to them. Ford and the UAW have long had very harmonious labor relations and have a good working relationship. They're all new folks at FCA, so we're not really sure.
She says one problem could be Fiat Chrysler has a higher number of lower paid temporary and in-progression workers. That makes the pattern more expensive to them. But Ford and Chrysler may also go faster because they're not starting off with the same major stumbling block that came between GM and the UAW.
Neither of those companies are looking to close or really contract their operations in the U.S., so they don't have 4 unallocated plants.
Yeah, that's a big stumbling block they won't have to deal with. I can tell you, General Motors workers, if they ratify this, traditional workers get $11,000. The temporaries, $4,500. That'll be something the UAW will negotiate with Ford and FCA. Live in Warren, Jim Kurtzner, 7 Action News.
All right, thank you so much, Jim.